Day 4, part 1 of cleaning out the fridge. Today, I want to make sliders, but I don't have buns, which is a big problem. So we're going to make brioche buns. So today we're using Josh Wiseman's recipe. You can find the recipe on his YouTube channel. So the first thing that we have to do is make the tang zong, which is, it's 60 grams of whole milk, 27 grams of water, and 20 grams of bread flour. So I'm going to grab all of those ingredients real quick. We're going to put this in the saucepan and whisk it all together until it makes a thick paste. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is actually get the yeast. So in this recipe, it calls for 9 grams of instant yeast, but I only have active dry yeast, so I have to subtract 25% of that, and I believe it's 6.75. We're going to do 7, just to be safe. Okay, and I have to heat that up in 120 grams of milk to about 100 degrees. Yeast. Okay, while that's dissolving, it does its thing. We're going to go ahead and measure out our bread flour. Now, because I used active dry yeast instead of instant yeast, that just means also that I have to add 15 to 25 minutes to proving time. I need 2.5 cups or 320 grams of bread flour. Two and a half tablespoons or 35 grams of granulated sugar. A teaspoon of salt. This egg is supposed to be room temp. We're going to whisk together these dry ingredients. So we're going to turn it on low and then start adding in the milk and yeast. I'm going to add in my tongzu mixture. Whole egg, semi-cold egg yolk. Three tablespoons of unsalted butter. I just did a quick 15-minute heat so that it's nice and soft. That's pretty smooth. I grabbed a lightly greased bowl. I'm just going to pinch up the bottom so that it stays into a ball. So we're going to place this in the oven with the light off for about an hour to hour and a half. Oh, and don't forget the damn towel. It's been about an hour and like 50 minutes, so she's doubled. So we're going to go ahead and punch her down. And then we need to separate her into 6 equal parts. Them bread making skills. We're going to just kind of like fold everything in to the middle, just like we did with our big ball. Swirl and scoop. Because that's how I do balls. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to lightly grease. Okay, I don't have another sheet tray, so I'm just going to cover this in plastic wrap. These are going to rise at room temperature for 1 to 2 hours. We'll do 1.5. It's 3:40 right now, so that'll put us at 5 o'clock. And then that'll be about time to start making our dinner anyways. Okay, so it has been about an hour and a half. These are pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and whisk together the egg wash while the oven is preheating at 375 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and melt butter. Doesn't actually specify how much. 1 egg, splash of milk. Pretty well combined, I would say. So I'm going to take my little brush and just paint them. I had this in the back of the cabinet, so this is what we're going to do. While the water is starting to boil on that and my buns are in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and start doing the dishes so that the kitchen is clean and I don't have to do much after dinner. So right now I am preparing the burgers. Whenever I do burgers, I kind of wing it a little bit, but they always turn out really yummy. I'm going to do an egg, breadcrumbs. You're going to think I'm weird, but everything seasoning. Garlic salt, and onion powder. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my gloves and get the pan ready. The buns are ready, so I'm gonna get those. Those are gorgeous and they smell delicious. No, I'm thinking about